Hey, it's Michael Ray, and I get to answer the questions that you send in for my Bobby Bones Ask Anything chat. Thanks, Bobby, for having me today on the day of my CD release. Let's get to these questions. Chris from Pasadena, if you could pick any one country / no country to do a duet with, who would you pick? That's a good one. My non-country would probably be Rob Thomas, as I was always a big Matchbox 20s fan. Growing up in the 90s, I covered a lot of their stuff. And country, I would love to do duet with Haggard, Gary Allen. There's quite a few I'd like to do duets with country-wise. Melissa from Winchester, what all inspired you to start making music? Well, Melissa, my family had a band when I was a kid in Central Florida, and so I just grew up playing a lot of classic country music. I was raised around music, and there's always a guitar in the house. Wherever we were at, whoever's house we were at, there's always an acoustic in the living room. And so my family was the first really inspiration to start making music because they had me in it since I was a kid. Vince from Jackson, who has been your favorite artist to date to tour with and why? Well, Vince, I have only toured with a couple, but it was probably Sam Hunt. We did the back part of the Lipstick Graffiti tour this year with Sam, and he's been a buddy of mine, and it was just really cool to be a part of his first headlining tour, and it was sold out way before the tour even went on sale, so to be able to share that moment with a buddy of yours was really cool. John from Charlotte, what is one of your goals for your career? Well, I have a lot of them, but one of them, my biggest goal probably career-wise was to one day be an opera member. I think that'd be awesome. I think that it's, the elite of, right up there with the Hall of Fame is being an opera member, and very few get the privilege of being that. So that'd probably be one of my biggest goals in my career. Ashley from Canton, besides your family, what is one thing you can't live without? Air. That's one. Comedy shows, ice cream, and my guitar, and my Bible. I travel with my Bible everywhere. Marine from Planton, when is your second single going to be released? Good question, Marine. Hopefully soon. I don't know the exact date, but just keep track on all the sites and it'll be up. Carter from San Francisco, what's your favorite tattoo you have? Well, Carter, my dad and I have the same sleeve done on the same arm, so that's probably, whole left arm is probably my favorite just because my dad and I have the same thing, same design and everything, so something real special him and I have. Chelsea from Huntington Beach, what was your favorite part about filming the video for Kiss You in the Morning? Like you had a blast. We did. We had a lot of fun making this video. My favorite part, I had a few. One of my favorite parts was the fact that I got to do it in my hometown, right on the main strip where, we grew up going to the street parties and all my family's from there, and being able to bring something like my first music video to my hometown where, that's never happened before, and it's kind of like a big thank you to all the people that's helped make me who I am today. And I got to put my grandmother in it at the end, so she made her big TV debut. So that was probably my favorite part of it was being able to put her on it. Britt from Tacoma, where were you the first time you heard your song on the radio, and how did you react? Well, Britt, the first time I heard Kiss You in the Morning on the radio was like just in random rotation, was in actually in my hometown. I was driving down the road with my dad, and station K923 played it. It was the first time I ever heard it just randomly out of nowhere. And so Dad and I just like cranked the windows down and just busted the speakers in his truck to, because it was the first time we both have heard it just in rotation. It was my first single, so it was a very special moment. I'm glad I was able to be with it with my dad and back home. Scarlett from Fayetteville, what was the more challenging part about making the new album? Probably the most challenging part was it's my first record, so I had nothing to come off of as far as like another record. So the most challenging part is making sure that I had the right songs and was writing the right songs and picking the right songs and making sure that my first record was something that y'all would love and it'd be a great introduction to me to y'all. So of me to y'all. So that was probably the most challenging part, was just making sure that we had the right songs for the record. Natalie from New York, do you have any pets? No, I have no pets. Andrew from San Diego, what's your favorite song on the radio at the moment? That's a good question. I have a few. Cam's Burning House is one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites since we did a show together at the CMA Music Fest like 2 years ago. She played it. Chris Young's I'm Coming Over, I think it's great. Cadillac 3's White Lightning is one that I really like. So those three are probably my top three right now. Eve from Orlando, what's your favorite part about performing live? Well, Eve, just being able to go out there and play music for you guys, and the energy and the fact that nothing else is going on in the world in that however long that we're doing that set for, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it might be. We're all there to hang with you guys and party with y'all, and we get to see the reaction of what the music's, how the music's, how y'all are taking the music from whenever we're in the studio making it. We get to actually see how much y'all like it. So my favorite part is you guys, is being able to go out there and connect with y'all and party it up and just let go of all the real world problems for however many minutes we're there. Riley from Greensboro, if you could learn how to play any new instrument, what would you choose? Saxophone. Because I saw Garth Brooks play it on One Night a Day, and I just thought it was super cool. And I don't know if I have enough like lung capacity to actually play a saxophone, but if I did, that'd be the instrument I wish I learned how to play. Max from Milwaukee, what song off the album is the most personal to you? Probably a song called Real Men Love Jesus is real personal to me. It just reminds me of my dad and my grandfather and all the men I was around, just the good guys that were around. And another song called Somewhere South, because doing this, we don't get to go home too much. And so for me, south, our home is south, it's in Florida. And so it just paints a good, vivid picture of like all the little things that you see as you're driving down, and kind of just start feeling more relaxed as you're getting through into the town, where you're from, and everybody has a group of friends that you can just be yourself around, like your real self. And so not being able to get home too much to see the family somewhere south is probably actually the most personal one on the record. Lauren from Portland, what has been the highlight of your career so far? That's a good question. Probably playing the Grand Ole Opry. It's probably the highlight of my career so far. I grew up watching the videos of my grandfather and being just a big fan and had so much influence from the classic country men and women that playing the Opry was one of the biggest highlights so far. Nora from Plano, if you could have a theme song play every time you entered a room, what would it be? Uptown Funk from Bruno Mars, because you can't be in a bad mood listening to that, and it makes you want to dance. And I can't dance, so it gives me false confidence that I can dance. So I figure if I could walk in a room with that, I would walk in a room with more confidence and be more confident in a room. Brooklyn from Kansas City, have you ever had an embarrassing moment while on stage? If so, what happened? Yes. I fell into the crowd when I tripped over a monitor one time, and luckily there was enough people in the first 4 rows, even though there was only 6 rows of people in the whole place, that caught me and shoved me back on stage. So I didn't actually hit the ground, but I completely tripped over a monitor and almost busted it right into the audience. Miles from Fresno, what do you think sets country music apart from every other genre? That's a good question. I think that country music is honest. I think it's the American story, American man story, American woman story. Also, no other genre has a week out of the year that is just for you guys, for us to say thank you, and for us to shake hands with you guys and see y'all face to face and tell you how much we appreciate y'all letting us live our dream. And that whole week of CMA Fest is for y'all. So I could go on and on about other things I think sets country music apart, but I think those are the two biggest ones to me, is the loyalty from you guys and how much we appreciate y'all, and just the honesty of a country lyric. Thanks again, Bobby, and to all the fans. My new CD comes out today. Thank y'all so much for letting me be a part of this. Bobby, appreciate it, man. Is that good?
Yeah. Great. That was so funny. I was hoping you were going to say uptown fun.
Yeah.